Hey, what is up, guys? Shadow Steel here, and welcome to Railworks Sundays. Today we are kind of on the Horseshoe Curve for once, and we are driving the Penzi F7. And because it's a more simplified locomotive for once, I can actually use the controller here to actually run it. So, first off, this is called Dedicated Vigil. I think this is a workshop scenario. If not, it might be part of the K4 pack that was out there. I will probably have to double check. If it shows up on my workshop, then yeah, it's a workshop scenario. But nonetheless, supposedly this scenario is the dedication ceremony of 1361 as a Horseshoe Curve monument. Shortly after the end of steam, the Pennsylvania Railroad decided to donate 1361 to the national park near Horseshoe Curve, and 1361 sat there until the late 70s, early 80s, where she underwent restoration by the Horseshoe Curve Railroad Historical Society, and in turn became an excursion locomotive for the better part of about 6 months. So, join your train on the approach to Newport Hedge Tunnel. Your special excursion train is transporting many railroad and city officials, paying passengers and press hounds. So be sure to keep time and watch your speed. We don't want any spilled champagne on the journey down the hill. Whoop, shit. Bell. Whoa, hello. Wipers, turn those on. Tab, approved. We are now clear. So, first things you're probably going to notice is that our little post is over there. That's because we're kind of looping around here. And one other thing is that I'll need to worry about the dynamics this time around. Luckily, I have a locomotive that can handle dynamic braking pretty well. The F7s made by Dovetail, or RSC as they're officially designated on this set, actually have very powerful dynamic brakes for what they are. Not only that, but we have a total of 3 locomotives. I do not have my headlight on, though. There we go. There's our train back there. Kind of a few passenger cars. I don't know. There's rain inside the tunnel. Never mind. Let's start powering it up as much as we can. Because this is a standard scenario, there's not much need to worry about time. We can be as late as we want. Kind of be very, very careful. So, if I'm remembering right, this might be, I'm not sure when the so-called dedication ceremony happened for 1361, but I'm guessing it's right around the very last days of steam, and some steam locomotives were still in service by the time the 1361 was dedicated. Yep, there we go. We also need to worry about starting to apply the dynamics very soon. We're about to overtop this hill here. Actually, I can just shut that down. We're about to top the hill. Once we get that, Altoona loop. I want to double check. Okay, that's good. Now, if you are confused on what is on the top of these locomotives, that's an antenna. Little railing on the top of the locomotive is an antenna. Through and through. We are switching tracks here. Alright, we can start applying dynamics. However, I do not know when they... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck? We are getting huge wheel slip here. Okay. Well, that's rather strange. So, it turns out that there's a bit of a problem with their dynamics. That's actually pretty interesting. I'll have to tell them that, or figure out what's going on, because almost every locomotive I've been using so far that has dynamic brake properties, the wheel slip indicators popped up, and knowing full well from the incident that occurred with Donner Pass, when that was released for Dovetail for Railworks, we may have a problem. What is the signal up here? Oh boy! Oh shit! I'll just double check. Okay, interesting. I guess I will have to be actually getting through all these signals here. So now we have a 13 limit. I do want to make sure that the dynamics are actually working. If I keep it at 13, I wonder how much... Okay. So if I just lightly apply it, I could actually run this well. Alright. This is a very generic cab. I wish they would have worked a little better with it. But then again, I don't think the F units were very heavy on the were very heavily detailed on what they had. After all, these were the first gen diesels that actually rolled off the assembly line for major Class 1 railroads. Alright, it's on the bell. What was that? Milepost. Entering the tunnel. I probably can actually turn off the windshield wipers if I wanted. I'm still a bit under the weather as I'm recording this, so... Alright. Shut that down because we're actually going downhill. Alright. Let's see if this works. There we go. And I'm just kicking in a little bit. Okay. Ooh! That was a huge jolt there. We don't need to apply it too heavily. What the hell is that noise? I think there might be another train passing us on the other track there. Whoop. Yeah, there he is. He's on the other track, over on this side. I'm trying to, like, what is that noise? You'd hear him. Easy does it. We don't need to, like, hit hard the dynamics, but we want to keep it into a state where, what was that? I thought I heard something through my headphones. Like a cat meow. Okay, so the dynamic wheel slip is not that bad. Oop. Okay, we're clear. I want to keep an eye out for signals that obviously are... It's rather interesting that Or did it? I wonder if it stopped raining. I'll turn off the wipers and see. It did. So he's actually scripted it, I guess, to... If this is a custom scenario, this is actually scripted quite well. Oh boy. Yeesh. Shit. There we go. Whew. This is one of those tricky scenarios going downhill, is because even if the locomotive like this F7 is very well designed and actually can handle dynamic braking quite well, there is a chance that you might end up actually causing a problem. So we're doing okay. The passenger view on these trains are okay to an extent, but let's face it, they're nothing special. Dynamics are in too heavy. We are 3 miles out, but I can see already we might have a problem. F9, I want to send her on task. See how big that stop is. It is minuscule. Oh dear God, I will not be able to stop there. Tab. Okay, we're clear. Jesus Christ. I may get an operational error. So, 2.3, Jesus. Oh, transferring. We're going all the way to the edge of the track by the looks of it. Bouncing around. Okay, we're now on track 2. What was our track 1, huh? Alright, How am I gonna go about doing this? Because the stop is practically there's nothing. Oh Jesus Christ! The front of the other diesel's like pressed up against mine. Pretty badly. There we go. Lighten it up. Yep. Our grade percentage has dropped a bit. Going a little less steep as we were before. And at the same time, we need to be extra careful. There's another guy in the other cab. I would understand it if he had like 2 B units and an A unit, which is, I believe, what the Penzi had done for a while. But then again, I don't see a problem with this. This is one of the older routes. Why do you have a stop at instruction? I wonder if this is a workshop scenario, if he hadn't designed it too well. I may have, what I probably should do, go into it, fix it slightly, resubmit it with slightly altered abilities. Okay, I'm going to pause real quick so I can get some coffee. I think this might be a workshop scenario. But at the same time, this is actually kind of problematic. Considering... Oh boy. Oh, never mind. Tricky, tricky, tricky. What I would love to do is recreate 765's excursion over Horseshoe Curve. However, we might have an issue with that. I know that G-Trek Simulation's version of the the S2 Berkshire, that's what it is very unrealistic, not as powerful as it should be, and there have been several physics upgrades. I will probably recommend one of those when I get the locomotive, because there is a particular scenario I will be playing later this year to signify oh fuck. To signify just what we're going to be doing. Ooh-wee. I got 2.2 miles to go. He says it takes 25 minutes total to do this scenario. I'm wondering if what he was doing with... Oh, fuck! I turned off the dynamics! Oh boy, here we go, here we go. We got her steady. Again. Oh, fuck. There we go. Horseshoe Curve is one of the more difficult routes to navigate, mainly because of what we're dealing with gradient-wise. Oh boy. That is a nice locomotive there. I've always enjoyed the F and E units the most out of every diesel that has rolled off the assembly line. Just because of this design here, just the rounded nose, the beautiful streamlined nature of these locomotives. However, some more unusual locomotives like the Shark Nose and the, I want to say, the Aero Train also catch my eye because of just how wonky they look, really. Alright, I'll go here for a second. I know that the dynamics will need to be shut down, and the air brake supply, once I get past this point, I will have to tab the signal. We are good. Everything's clear. Up, there's the rain. Rain started to kick in. There we go. I see that marker there. I do not believe I'll be stopping precisely on it. I think what he wanted to do was go via, but for some reason he did not do that. I probably should have edited the scenario slightly and given slight alterations to the design. First off, he has you starting in a siding, which is very, very difficult. In fact, he's not even starting you in a station. He says you have passengers on board, but you're in the hole where the buffers are, so he probably didn't do that quite well. I may actually remake the scenario just slightly if I can figure out what he's doing slightly, considering out what he's doing entirely. So there's that. He's got a proper consist there. ABA. Let's be honest, I do not know if the Penzi ran ABAs. I know they ran ABBs, I believe. Anyway. An old reduction. Yep. I'm gonna miss it. Oh, too late. Operational error. Oh, interesting. As long as some point of my train is on that line. Huh. Interesting. There we go. Alright, there. Oh. Pfft. Oh, it's just further up the line. Fuck! I was looking at the wrong thing there. Either way, I need to be very careful I can see it's only half a mile away. So I'll apply the brakes a little bit. 13. So I can initialize the setup. So that's going. Start playing it a little bit more. There we go. I don't want it too high, I don't want it too low. I want it to where I can actually gain slight speed at a controlled rate. I don't want to be running down the hill. I really think he wanted to go via here. We'll find out. So a message popped up immediately, like only a few seconds. What I'm going to do after I complete the scenario is that I am actually going to... Wait, how far is that? Oh. Okay. Maybe it wasn't go via. Huh. Foreman Romero. Okay, that's going past there. Or something like that. Something Western style. Now, get ready for the brake application. So maybe it is 25 minutes. I didn't think it was. Okay, I'm on camera here. This is actually probably going to be the shortest episode ever out of Railworks Sundays. Not counting the how-tos that I've done before. Or rather, the how-to videos that I will be putting out. I do have a few how-to videos that I'm putting out later on this year and next year in 2017. I actually have one by accident that I was actually planning on releasing, but unfortunately, okay, apply the brakes. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright. Here. I hear the air rushing out of the brake cylinders. There are a few other scenarios I probably should do, too. I have a few new assets and everything. However, got some big news later on. Okay. Your train is approaching the curve. It was supposed to be a go via instruction. What he was trying to do, he was trying to do a go via instruction. This is a workshop scenario, no doubt about it. I will definitely remake the scenario, look it up on the, I'll have a link in the description later on for the original scenario, and then my revamped version. But lo and behold, this is a workshop scenario, which he had a few issues with. This is probably his first scenario, too. Your train is approaching the curve where the ceremony is being held. Start slowing to bring the locomotives to a halt in the area at the far end of the dedication site. Remember, Champagne doesn't do too well under heavy braking, though. Alright, release. Oh, fuck. Okay, wait for the brakes to be released. There we go. Set it up. Initialize. That should help. So, the dedication ceremony is right over there, just a mile away. And what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to get a screenshot of the two locomotives side by side. I think, if he did the scenario correctly, the locomotive, the K4 that should be over there is numbered 1361. However, considering he did not put a go via instruction on this location, and there's very few moments where you can kind of see where this guy was supposed to, you know, put the scenario together and everything, we may have a kind of altered locomotive, like an altered history moment. Alright. Signal ahead is clear. I'm gonna go ahead and go forward and check the line ahead. I want to know what locomotive is sitting there. There it is. Horseshoe Curve. Oh, interesting. However, like I thought, wrong locomotive number. He did? That's actually kind of interesting, though. This means he actually placed a actual locomotive and equipment all here to actually have a dedication ceremony. This is actually custom built in. So this is probably just route assets changed. That's good. That's nice. That's amazing. So, what he lacked for in actually designing the scenario properly, he actually did quite a good job with actually putting a dedication area for it. Let me double check something. I can't go under the ground. He actually also put quite a few people here. What to do? I got an idea. There's our title card. Wrong locomotive, but hey, I'm not complaining. You're still slowly crawling down the hill, are you? I hear the dynamics really working up. But then again, that's probably because of I was out of the area and some sound effects don't trigger and actually turn off once you get to a certain point. Alright, so I have a bit of work to do for once. Workshop Showcase might be slightly different for once. That's actually going to be interesting. Oof. Alright. Go to the dynamics. Doesn't look like we'll be actually triggering full dynamics right away. It looks like we'll actually have enough time to slow the train down fully with air brakes, really. A little bit more than 25 minutes total, but I think this guy, what he tried to do was admirable. Very good. Let's face it, this scenario is actually pretty good for once. However, I probably should change it slightly. I should probably edit a few little things here and there. Date-wise, I need to figure out the date and change a few text boxes to reference the dates and sort of scenario positions. There is a few traffic modifications I want to do. He said that this is a sort of moderate difficulty scenario. There is no kind of rush to get the locomotive into the area on time. You can actually be as late as you want or as early as you want. There is clear evidence that the train itself, that the area itself is pretty much, I mean, look at this. You have a huge crowd by the dedication ceremony. You have the actual locomotives. You have an unusual Pendy F-unit consist, but then again, let's face it, these were not really... I mean, the Pendy had a slight unusual fondness for these. Alright. Alrighty. Anyway, I have a bit of work to do to work on this scenario, kind of make it better. But I'll give it a thumbs up for this guy. This was not bad. Oh, wow! Not bad. Is this a workshop scenario? Or is this a real... Yeah. 1361. Oh! That's a default. Oh my god. That was our workshop. Interesting. I'll have to look later on and see if I can actually revamp the scenario slightly. Huh. Interesting. Like and comment down below. Subscribe if you guys want more. And I will see you guys later. Oh, there goes workshops. And